So tonight, this vintage equipment, these two Fender Falcons, this awesome mic, and this is Mark's. It's a
1939 Rickenbacker Silver Hawaiian. We went up to IKEA up in Minneapolis last, I guess it was November sometime. And I dropped Barbara and her friend off at IKEA, and I said, I'm going to go over to my favorite vintage record store, Willie's in St. Paul's. And Barbara said, you know, I haven't bought you anything for Christmas yet. You might find something over there. And I said, I got enough toys. And I walked in, and it was like a ray of sunshine.
Wait, you can never have enough toys, man.
Yeah, well, don't tell her that. So it was just shining there, and I already knew it was coming home with me. And the salesman says, you want to play it? I said, well, I suppose I should. And then I even fell more in love with it. So I got back to pick Barbara up, and she goes, what'd you get? And I said, look in the back. So I do owe it to my dad, my playing the lap steel. He played when he was a kid. He went to viola school, and I read an article, I did a little research, and for their school band, there was 13 kids that played lap steel, and there was a few others that played accordions. So that was their band.
So we've got that. I have a couple of vintage harps up here, a couple of Echo harps that go back to the 60s, and one other special harmonica that really Doug had nothing to do with, but I got to get it in here because it's the only time I can pull this out.
There'll be longer stories tonight.
Yeah, a little bit later we're going to do Stairway to Heaven. We're going to do the long version, and I'm going to use, well, I'll show you. It's for the long version.
We'll be here all night. Tip your waitress.
This little piece actually is 1928, and it still plays, but there's too many holes, and I run out of air too fast.
So not only is our vintage equipment, but Jeff and I are a little vintage ourselves, and our jokes are really old.
But they're fresh at the same time. So tonight for Doug Bartz and all this great equipment, the rest of the show's for Doug.
All right. Back when we were making cheese, way back when Blake Shelton recorded, this song was always on the radio, and Blake Shelton did it. And every morning I'd be going out to milk the cows. Barbara, she had the fancy name. She was a fromagiere, which means cheesemaker.
La-di-da.
La-di-da. My title was cow squeezer.
Did I ever tell you about the years I spent as a consigliere in a hotel?
No.
Next time.
We did have fun making cheese, and I was telling you about the bad joke about the strawberry jam, but we actually did go to Stockton, Illinois one time for Kraft Cheese. They had a big plant over there, and it was their 100th anniversary or something. And we went over and did a demonstration to all these cheesemakers on small batch mozzarella. Talk about intimidating. So Blake Shelton did this song, and it was one I wanted to learn, so. My oh my, you're so good looking. Hold yourself together like a pair of bookends. But I've not tasted all your cooking. And who are you when I'm not looking? You pour a little something on the rocks, slide down the hallway in your socks. When you undressed, you leave a path and sink your nose in a bubble bath. My oh my, you're so good looking. Hold yourself together like a pair of bookends. But I've not tasted all your cooking. And who are you when I'm not looking? You break things when you get mad. You need a box of chocolates cause you're feeling sad. Paint your toes cause you bite your nails, and call up mama when all else fails. I'm not around, the door is locked and the shades are down. You play music quietly, but when it feels just right, are you thinking of me? My oh my, you're so good looking. Hold yourself together like a pair of bookends. I've not tasted all